Hello, fellow Star Voyagers. Hello, Colonel. First here. Welcome back. Thursday, today, we've got a new community weekly event, the one that was kind of a no-show over the past week. It showed up today. I already dumped the shader cache and let the game rebuild it and load once after the patch this morning. So hopefully it just loads normally and plays smoothly. I had some terrible frame rate issues or something this morning. Hello, Bob. What's happening? Our base said thank you for the host, auto host. Thanks, Bob. Hope you're doing all right. All out there. Week's winding down. Is it really winding down already? Did this week just wind up? Sort of a blur. The week's been a blur. Colonel,
message coming
thank
in.
you for the host as
Patch
well.
it through.
So we started going for about a 5-hour stream today, and probably what I have it tomorrow, and anyways, we might be doing 5 hours today and tomorrow and Saturday, or it might go for 6 on one of those days. But either way, still not quite ready to move off of No Man's Sky. I mean, still don't know what else might move to, so content to just mess around here. I don't think we're going to be doing base building today, although we may get into a little of it in just a minute or 5. I want to go talk about and then check out the community event. I made a backup save, and just in case the community event borks something really badly, I want to do that first. So we can get in and we can get out, and then if it all breaks, we can load the backup save and not lose any other progress. This stuff down here, don't worry about that. I don't know what that is. I think I'm going to remove it, but maybe not. I was just messing around. It's hard to tell what it is from up here, but it was going to be some large glass towers. I was going to make a few glass towers, and it was just the beginning of that. And we can mess with it. It's floating off the ground a little bit. I didn't want to mess with the terrain at all. Just playing around. What I kind of had in mind, for some reason, I like the way, forget the storage containers, but I like the way these prefabs look with the corridors and the little platforms between them. I was thinking about maybe somewhere else building some sort of a mega structure. Really tall, maybe a skyscraper type building, maybe with multiple instances of a tower, maybe build some sort of a 4-part tower. I don't know, but I kind of like the way these square prefabs, ugly as they are, kind of like the way they look with the connectors in the middle, and I think I want to replicate that in a much larger structure somehow, somewhere. So we can move on and come back here another time, and we can play with those towers or not. What I don't want to do is trigger the community event on this planet. I kind of have a reason for that, but we're going to go, let's go to our starter base, One Good Hill. And my hope is if I don't take the radio broadcast from Polo until I'm on that world, then it might even use the same special portal situation. I'm going to talk more about this, but I want it to happen on this other world, because this other world is already, the discovery's already messed up and is now marked as someone else's discovery, and I think it has something to do with the community event portals. So, I don't know. I don't like that question. Hope you're doing all right though out there. Incognito, good to see you. Try not to think about it. We're just playing game now. So, how I'm doing, as it's relevant to what we're doing, has everything to do with moving forwards. So, just move forwards. I don't know why we have an ancient ruin marked in this system, but we have, this was our starter base, a few prefabs, and it's where the various NPCs are. But I'm also thinking that... Alright, let me make a better case for this. Go to the discovery page. Bring us down here. This system is the system I spawned in with this new save. We got discovery credit on the system. It didn't spawn us in a system discovered by someone else. Had network play on the time. Network play turned on at the time. And from what I've read since, you can... When you have network play on, there's a greater propensity for players being spawned near each other in the galaxy. Some people might want that, and other people don't want that, and I'm glad I play with network play off these days. I don't want people spawning near me. Go away! Get off my lawn! And so, I don't know how this happened, but the second planet, or one of the first planets we visited on this save, which we had discovery on, here it says Discovery September 2nd. I don't even think that's... I remember. Is that when we restarted this save? Really just... Might have been that date. Anyways, we still get Discovery credit in some places. Never did give it a different name. But we did upload all this. And yes, Discovery services were available at some point. I mean, it was like weeks. And then, one day, it said discovered by player named Anti-Hero. Something like that. Well, what the hell did that happen for? There are lots of bugs with the Discovery services, and I was not thrilled that the planet we had our base on, which was in the system I respawned on, that's not September 2nd, that's 9th of February. Ah, you don't like how they're showing it? Hey, Pergy. The portals that the community event use behave differently than other portals. You don't charge them up, they take you to a specific location, and they're supposed to, at the end, bring you back to your original location. But for the duration of the community event week, that portal you went through, it stays open. You can go back to the same portal, you can go back through it to the event area, you can come back, back and forth. It's not supposed to mess with other portals. So the portal that you get sent to for the mission stays open all week. Don't expect it to function like a normal portal. But if there are other portals in the system on the planet, they should still function normally. People have had all kinds of bugs with this. People have been sent back to the wrong galaxies. They've gotten trapped in the event system. Most of those things have ostensibly been fixed. I'm still wondering if maybe the portal, which was on this world for the community event week 1 and 2, if somehow the portal allowed someone, maybe it sent someone back here to this planet and through my community event portal. I don't know. I'm making this shit up, but something happened and somebody else got to rediscover our planet, and now it's forever marked in red. I'd like to avoid that. In particular, I'd like to avoid that on the system where our hydro farm is. I don't want that cool hydro farm on Yadra, whatever it is, to become someone else's discovery planet? No! So we're not touching any of this community event stuff on the other planet. We're coming here. This game is very picky about selecting things, this base computer archives. If I select this and exit the menu, it will trigger on this computer. And then it doesn't matter if we leave the system, it will want me to come back to this computer to interact with the computer. If I'm on a different mission, nothing happens with the base computer. I can go talk to the base computer up here and it won't say anything about the mission. If we go to a different system with a different base, select the base computer quest, and then leave the menu, wait a few seconds, pop, the mission activates after you select it and leave the menu. So it matters where you are when you do that. When you select a mission and you leave the menu, some missions care where you are. Different things will happen depending on where you are, like what computers you can then interact with. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of that to the community event. S7, greetings. Nice animation, thank you. Pergy, it turns back to normal portal when the weekly quest is over. You've marked all your portals for this event. Yeah, I haven't put beacons by him or anything, but I just wanted to clear that for a demonstration. We're gonna activate this here. It's gonna say incoming broadcast when I hop in the ship. We're gonna talk to Polo, and then I think it's gonna activate a portal. If it's the same one it did before, it'll be somewhere off in that direction. Hilton, nice. The Sentinels make some trouble for Nada and Polo, where there's no graphic of Polo. They always have. We fly outside, do not conform. If they located us, the anomaly would be ended. There is a facility that I'm sure stores some of their logic, but I cannot access it remotely. I'm transmitting the coordinates to you now, friend. Let us push them. Examine their routines and responses. Okay, a portal. Coordinates, please be careful. And target outside system. Well, that... okay, yeah, there it is. Same portal. I am pretty sure that's the same portal. You know, I pointed in that direction. I said it was going to be over there. I think it's using the same portal it did before. That may turn back into a normal portal in 6 days and change, but for the next week, that's a special portal. We're going to go make a hard save before we actually go through the portal. And what about my... Did you see what happened to the gun? The green crystal turned purple. I didn't have to mess with anything. I've never touched a save editor in this game. Well, I understand a lot of people have to use them to fix things. This turned purple. It was green. It's purple. I'm pretty stoked. They said they fixed the bug where players get dumped in the wrong galaxy. Hold on, I gotta check something here. Okay. Yeah, supposedly they fixed a lot of things. I actually have the development update 1.60 notes up because that's the patch we got today. Should be the patch we got today. And there's a lot of interesting stuff in there. I wanted to have a reference to it so we could talk about a little bit of it on stream. Should be able to... Hey, here's one we could test right away. We should be able to tag something. I don't know if... What stuff was disappearing? When you hopped in a Nomad, waypoints were disappearing. But they're not supposed to anymore. So like if you... I think that's good. They may have fixed that one. It's on the list. Hey, Captain. Good greetings. So we're going to try the community event. You were right about the time. I think you mentioned, somebody mentioned, it might have been you, Captain, when you thought it was going to start on Thursday. It did start today. And it's supposed to have something to do with Sentinels, and I made a hard save outside of the game. And now we're going to go make a manual save next to the portal and go check it out. And I've gone ahead and done it on this world where our original base was and where we portaled through before, on the suspicion that maybe the community event and the portal and some of their nonsense before had something to do with why this planet got rediscovered by someone else. Maybe because of the portal they tied to the community event. I don't know. It's just a random guess. Either that or something else is just borked in their discovery system, and we know that's already the case. But, I don't want that to happen on Yadra, where the Hydro Farm is, so I didn't want to touch the community quest on that world. I didn't want it to mark off another portal on that world for the community event. We'll keep that. This is the tainted world. Okay, Perigi, we're not going to have a long conversation about this, especially because I've already talked about it a number of times. It would say on the planet discovered by and when, and it still says discovered by me and when. However, it had the name of a player, specific player, until I hit the hide button, which I wish I could undo it just to show you. It said discovered by anti-hero. So, unless that's some generic default in the system name, it's another player's name. It's whatever, their system's a little borked. I'm not saying someone really discovered it, I'm saying the marker changed and I don't like that. And I know the marker changed, and I know I don't like that. The rest is just whatever. Just spitballing guesses. Doesn't matter. But I'm not risking it on another planet. I'm not gonna do that to another planet where we built our cool base. And yeah, exactly. It already happens. Randos renaming your stuff. That happens. So it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the community event. All good. I know what I forgot to do back at the base. Hopefully it's not an inventory issue. I meant to clear out some of my inventory. Had a bunch of base building stuff. Yeah. How much could I fit in the freighter? I can't really put the glass in the freighter and save slots, but 3, 6, 9. That's 11 slots of. Yeah, let me just get this stuff out of here. Much of it as I can get out of here. Then we have Elfarine. Another thing I want to do maybe after we check out the community event is I don't have any gas farms. We need to set some up. We'll let that overflow go. We got the 1,000 stack there, and I really want to get something set up. So what do you, yeah, how do you guys harvest your gases? Have a little base and an outdoor. How many do you set up? What are your goals? Try to set up a whole bunch of machines. Are you getting 250 a pull? There's so much. I haven't used gas harvesters, so it seems like the need could be great. Oh, they're 10 stacks. Oh, beautiful. They're 10 stacks. Much better. A mini game reducing the chances of trying to reduce the chances of quirky things happening. Yeah, you can never have too much gas. Beans, good for your heart. Portal yawns before me. I inhale deeply, awed by the imposing structure. The destination for Polo's request is at my fingertips. Are there others treading this interstellar path with me, I wonder? Geez, I hope not. We're gonna see plenty of signs of players, but no, network play off. Because you can put your multiplayer and your netcode back in the oven, please. From what I've heard. Doesn't make me want to participate. Read the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That's a great first message. Somebody managed to drop right there. Incoming blizzard. It's nice. I missed the stats. Ryu Godar's system. Okay, the first thing I want to do is get away from this crowded spot. Okay, what are we even to do? We have some Godars. Some like it. Is this a hot world? Better be. Sweltering hot. Some like it hot. All right. Not bad. Considering there's bound to be some silly names in one of these systems. Well played. Some like it hot. Hey, Steven. You're gonna be lurking, playing some No Man's Sky yourself. Popped in to drop a sub. Drip drop. Steven, cheers. Thank you. You may have telegraphed it before it pops, but I'll thank you immediately. Thank you very much, man, for your sub support. I hope you're having fun in No Man's Sky. Hope you're doing good out there. Thanks for sticking with it. Good times and bad. Suzu, Muka. What are these? Lethal humidity, sweltering, and harsh icy winds. And that's just it? Those three? Oh, that's lovely. 2 planets, 1 moon. And they're all extreme. And what is our goal? Reach the marked facility. Oh, we actually have to go somewhere. Aha. Wait, is that... Okay, that's not a player base then, huh? No, man. I don't know. I don't know what's broken on my end. No worries. I'm sorry. Don't you? You're apologizing to me? Don't I apologize to you, man? Where's the Hold on. What's with the There is a 3. Okay. I'm going. Where's with the purple and the sub badge? So which is the one that has purple? That's really cool. Hey, man, no, it's all good. I'm looking at the color of the sub badges now. Is all. I can see the color much better on one of my screens than the other. Much better than the one that's right in front of me too. Ah, Steven, man. Good. I'm sorry about the alerts. I don't know why it wouldn't go. Let me run a generic test alert. All this stuff. Man, I am...
Message for you, Commander. Just came in over a secure channel.
There it is. All right. Look at that. Oh, I didn't do anything. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. You did that. It's just delayed. Thank you again, Steven, very much, man. You had to reload the stream for some reason. Well, whatever it is, you got it. I won't worry about anything going on the back end for now, which is better because I wasn't figuring anything out either. So, yeah, you know, I imagine lots of players are being sent to this spot. Like, I have network play off, even though I don't know. I just wonder how it handles all this stuff. It lets me discover it in my own little off the network world. It's gonna look like I discovered something, but I don't think that's going to make it into anyone else's game, right? Or even on the list here. 9 of 13, but there's pages and pages of... God, this is just weird. I don't even want to think about it. Their vents are a little wonky and do wonky stuff to other game systems. Set the controls for the Heart of the Sun. Rocket boots are supposed to be fixed. We gotta make a pair and see if there's any fuss to be made about them. Terminal interface lists several databases related to Sentinels, manufacturing information, as well as behavioral logs. The data is encrypted, but I see an option to download for backup. Something tingles at the base of my skull, a sense of impending danger as the crimson alarm light sweeps across the room. The Sentinel, which is standing right in front of us, is searching for us, and they're about to give up, since they obviously couldn't find us. The alarm is still going. Beautiful. So, Sentinels, destroy drones before they alert others or avoid... Oh, that's normal message. What about a quest message? Destroy advanced Sentinels. Continue fighting drones and advanced Sentinel forces will be summoned. Yeah, so you want us to kill doggos? Is that the mission? Gonna make us kill doggos all week? Stuck in the ground. There we go. That didn't go very far. Trying to evaluate it a bit now, but the alert's gone. When do you break aggro by killing something in this game? Okay, well, that's step one. We gotta go make contact with Polo so he can explain to us. Alright, this is gonna be a weird one. I wonder what the cap will be. They added more statues, more decals, another gesture, something else. And if they capped it like they did with the last event... Oh, and even though it's pointless, I'm going to scan these creatures here. There won't be enough to get everything. You won't be able to acquire enough Quicksilver. And you certainly won't be able to acquire enough Quicksilver to get everything from this week and catch up on stuff from last week or the week before. So, there is a mention in the notes that they are looking into ways to make Quicksilver available, more widely available. So it sounds like they're going to fix that problem. Eventually, we'll be able to get enough Quicksilver to catch up and buy the things you couldn't buy. Did the Sentinels resist your presence, friend? Yeah, it just did, Guardian. So we're gonna see it's Sentinel related. We're checking it out right now. Welcome. Did the Sentinels resist your presence, friend? Can we learn from the patterns in their patrols? Let me analyze the logs. They must be aware of what's happening. So I heard players on Experimental are getting a double dip at this mission. They got to do it this past week when the rest of us had nothing, and now instead of going to another event, it's like it restarted there for them. Polo reviews the logs, the holographic image, their holographic image nodding. Seriously, they tell me that they have transferred a gift to my accounts, a small token for the risks I have taken on their behalf. I'm reluctant to ask, but hesitantly they let me know there was still work to be done. And we got a Quicksilver dump, so we got, for just killing one quad, and we got 2,000 Quicksilver. I wonder what they're gonna cap us at. They added landing pads to the Anomaly and Atlas stations. This is the first I'm seeing of it. Guess that means maybe you could... Is that more for multiplayer, or are we gonna see other ships from the system landing here? The ricochet? Well, didn't it say something about the ricochet? Like the projectiles will now do damage? Will the ricocheting still be a problem? There was something about fixing dialogues in here too, although I'm not counting on it. Nada? You want to surprise me here? I should have read through that a little bit, but we've read it so many times. What I'm interested in is this next line of dialogue. An exchange. Progress for progress! They fixed it! Oh, look at that! I've been bugged on milestone data. This entire save, we have not been able to turn in milestones, and we have all the milestones. What do we get for every milestone all at once, Nada? Show us what we've won. You have seen much, but do you understand? Not for Nada to know. Please, take this. It's dangerous. 5,000 nanite clusters. That's probably a cap, because I think it would have been more than 5 if we'd been getting them all along. I'm not gonna complain. Thank you for fixing that. Thank you. All right, Quicksilver, Synthesis, Companion. Some new stuff. Well, from the first week, Mind Blown, Mars Horizon helmet, some decals, and the blob statues. Still don't have the silver blob or the bronze astronaut statue. Second week, had a laughing gesture, ha 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 ha, and the blazing orb helmet, Nada and Polo decals, Walker statues, Gex statues. Of course, couldn't afford that either. And now here's the new week. Robotic Companion. Miniature robot will be a lively presence in your base, bringing joy, laughter, and constant low-level humming to your home. Oh, okay. So there's a priority along with the new gesture. Celebrate. And a robotic companion. Yeah, I can't even get them both. We're gonna have to hope the quest works if we want them both. Celebrate gesture. Celebrate. Okay. Applause or something. Thought what I saw on the development build looked like a dance. It's different. They change it. Ah, and Diplo's statue. A long-necked quadrupedal species, which do exist. We've got we know where one is. I should probably put a base in that system since things are disappearing from teleporters. I think I have a base in that system, I just don't remember what it's called. One of our bases is in that system, not on that world. Huh. So, I don't know. I want to get the companion. Get the gesture first. Alright, gesture first. But that companion, and not having enough for it. So grumble, 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 grumble. Broadcast amplified, research zone extended. So let's see if we can find out what the rules are. Maybe we go back down to a planet in this system, engage some sentinels, try to see what the counter looks like when we continue. Optionally destroy more sentinels anywhere. See what kind of credit we get when we do. Well, it depends. Are you putting furniture in your bases or not? If you put furniture in your bases, then it's not a waste. It's another piece of furniture. And a cool one at that. Have you already played with those things and put them down? And they should add a nuke launcher to it. Drop pod. I wish I could get something out of drop pods. Floating mutant plants. I guess all we're trying to do is piss off a sentinel and get him to bring. We'll see if it counts regular sentinels or if we need an advanced sentinel force. Even any around. Dihydrogen crystals are the worst for blocking scanning. When there are crystals around, you can't scan anything else near them. Land somewhere with just no sentinels. Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention. Needing to scan. Game seems really choppy to me since the patch this morning. I saw a thread about it, and the only comments were not particularly helpful, saying that maybe the latest NVIDIA drivers were not so great or needed. I'm not running the latest drivers. I'm still on Windows 7 and I'm running some older drivers, so I might actually want to try an update at some point, but game is not performing well for me since today's patch. I'll just throw that out there. Despawn. You too? Tanked your frame rates? Well, +1. Do you think the sentinels on this planet are having trouble spawning because people have been killing them all morning? I mean, there really should be sentinels around. Shouldn't be that hard to find a sentinel on a planet with normal sentinel spawns. Okay, this is abandoned. Yeah, I don't even want to measure. I don't want to know what frames I'm getting. I don't want to know. We could attract sentinels by starting shit. Yeah, I understand that, but I also wanted to see what the cap was gonna be before leaving this area. But it really doesn't matter. If everything's gonna work, it really doesn't matter. I was just curious. I didn't think it would be hard to find a sentinel. Should have known better. Yeah, let's go back through the portal. It works.
Technology recharge.
All extreme weather. Cold, hot, and hotter. Wonder if they fixed the audio on fighters finally. Anyone know? That mess. You're gonna, where are you putting us? Yeah, apparently one of the bases there is a Pac-Man themed racetrack. Huh. That could be cool. Thank you for fixing game bugs. Nice. So, we're not gonna use the save terminal on the other side. We're gonna go see what's working in case we need to reload that save. We'll just use the auto save on the other side. That's assuming we get back. So far, so good. Looks like the right planet. What happened there? Look at that. Discovered by... It just borked a few more planets. Those weren't red 30 minutes ago. It just... This is what the community event does to stuff, okay? How nice. Did you screw up anything else in my log? Because... Now that, I think, is the week 2 event. That's week 2. That's okay. Week 2. I don't know if it's worth it. Seriously, you touch these events and bad things happen. There's the week 3 system. Middle there. Alright, well, yeah. So you borked Cider? I think I have bases on those, one of those worlds, maybe. I think I have bases on Cider. Covered by. I'm not gonna hide that broken name with bad characters displayed. I'll leave it alone this time, and we'll see if it resets in the future. I heard that they turned them into storage rooms. I never did use them on... I haven't built anything on freighters. Yeah, I heard they did that. What do you think? Neva, hello. Hello, Jay in chat. Hi to you. Alright, so we killed one. Now that should do something for the counter. Maybe we'll have to break aggro first. This is what I wanted to do on the other side of the portal. I don't really feel like fighting the walker right now. Besides, does the walker even come with more quads? Very fast gun you have there. It is a pulse spitter with 2 mods. I still don't have a 3rd mod in it, but the fire rate is boosted 21 or 23%. Standard. You too could have that guy. It's not the alien appearance that gives it that. Community research. Destroy more sentinels anywhere. That it does. It's really fast. What do you like? What do you use for a multi-tool weapon? I haven't played with many others. Like the javelin, the blaze javelin. Standard bolt caster and the railgun thing, that's the blaze javelin. Yeah, Javelini. Has to charge for full effect, but it's nice. I know I played with it at one point. Remember much. Okay, now I want to see what the quest message says, like of 25 or of 10. I want to see if there's a description of how many we're going to be able to. Current total 6. All right, current total 6. So it's not just counting advanced sentinels, it's counting drones as well. I didn't notice that before. Well, the pop-ups, there's so many different ones. I changed to the escape one before I had noticed the other, and it makes you wonder how many we're going to be allowed to get credit for before it caps, either for turn-in or completely. Did it roll into the water? Definitely choose through ammo. But ammo's so cheap to make, so. Tiny bit of ferrite dust. You can sell them. Sell them. You don't need to. Yeah, it's fine to do that. In fact, it's like the first note from the development update, which became the live patch. That's something like travelers can cash in their weird stuff. I meant Hexite. Not that we can't take the walkers, but take a whole bunch of ammo and we just get one kill, right? Get credit for one kill, I'm fairly sure. Nobody played this on experimental knows what the cap is, do they? For turning these in? Yes, I do, and they are. It's not about walkers being easy. Plasma grenades, for example. Avoiding sailing past your target when it's a walker. Pretty hit or miss on that. Start with the feet, we break the armor off, start at the bottom, break the armor, go up, break the armor, go up, break the armor, blow them to shit. Yeah, it's not hard, but it doesn't always work. Maybe it works 100% of the time for you, but it's kind of a pain. Not really a pain. It's just, is it worth it for one kill? Nah, we're all good. Let's get a whole handful of kills. We get the one sentinel plus the two sentinels plus the two sentinels and the walker, or the quad. We get all of those in just a hot minute. And we can just reset the timer and get all those again instead of burning through unstable plasma. I don't have any ricochet. I don't have any mods for the plasma grenade on this new gun, but the ricochet, the bouncing plasma grenades are just, things are hellish. They come back to you. Most or all of my deaths have been from plasma grenades. They're not that great to sell. Yeah, they're you get them, they're worth selling. Maybe we should take one out. I do want to get a stack of walker brains going again in case we need to build some more mods. Or what am I trying to say? Build some more ship components? There's something that needed the walker brains. Maybe it was the conflict scanner. If we ever get a new ship, we're gonna want a couple walker brains. Is there anything else that needs walker brains besides a conflict scanner? Maybe. It did! It did! Can you believe it? It changed purple. I was so stoked when I saw it purple, but I was worried it was going to change back. I don't think it's changing back. It's been steady for a number of reloads and through the patch. So that raises another question. I want to talk about seed code on like a per player or per save basis and some of the coloring. I don't know, like are there color seeds that are used in more than one place? Purple, this is what I want to ask. The virus planets. Have you ever been to an anomaly world? Anyone been to an anomaly world with viruses? The giant viruses, which glow, light up and glow when you look at them. Very cool. The virus worlds I've been to are 100% purple. All the viruses, when I look at them, I've now been to 6 of them or more, and they're always purple. I've never seen teal or yellow or any other colors. Green, I hear people have other colors. Mine are always purple. So this was clearly green the other day when we bought it in the station. I haven't been back to the system yet to see if the one in the station shows green or purple now, but it turned purple, and I love it, and it's perfect. I'm wondering if that has something to do with a seed on my account, somehow. A seed on my save, or whatever. also saw some threads, at least one thread where someone was saying, hey, my multi-tool, it changed the colors, the crystals changed color, and someone else was saying, no it didn't, it's just the lighting in the system, you're crazy. I am crazy, but... Alright. My current plasma grenades are pretty lame. Guardian, are you off to start week 3? Good luck. Good luck, have fun.
Warning. Sentinel Walker detected.
Bye, Walker! Yeah, so not that bad. It's just... I've often enough had the plasma grenades sail right by them, which is a pain. And then if they do bounce back towards you, that's a whole nother story. Did you install the combat scope? I haven't. I don't really need the extra damage on this thing. I have a slot we can put the combat scope in. Is it any good? Have you ever tried it? I've never tried it. I should try it. Research data limit reached. There we go. Thank you for telling me. Hey! Let's kill one more walker. I can have my little mini stack of walker brains. Oh, shit! See, when something gets in front of you and you're shooting plasma grenades, that's bad. It worked out this time, but, you know, it doesn't always. And if I had mods on the plasma grenade, it just makes it worse. Yeah, that one sailed right through it. Piece of armor did I not tag or... Bingo. Alright, now let's get out of here. Just gives you a small amount of zoom. Chance for a critical hit. Well, something to think about. Okay, out of ammo, huh? What's that? May not have to count all the way down. Seems to break around 20 seconds sometimes. I don't know why. If there's a countdown to 0, why would it break at 20? But there it is. Oh, let's go contact. Polo. Friend, we are spoiled and overwhelmed by your bravery. You do us a great service, but we are safe for now, Nada and I. Do not risk yourself any longer. Transmit data. Polo beams, relieved that I have not come to harm on their account. They tell me they have transferred a gift to my accounts, and that I might spend it on something fun. But you have more things to sell than we are able to buy because you have, because spoiled and overwhelmed. 3750. Well, we got more than a 2500 bonus, so that's pretty good. We've got 4300 to spend. Let's go spend it. I don't know why the number would be different. Type of walkers, maybe had to do. Maybe you can go over the count depending on. I didn't see the number, but we did a few rounds, and then I went past the data limit. It said data limit reached, and I killed another walker. I'm assuming I didn't get credit for that walker, but who knows? Killed 9, but you haven't handed them in yet. You actually get anything besides the usual pugnium? I'll admit I wasn't paying enough attention. That one time I checked the number was the only time I saw the number. Okay. Well, I do want the robotic companion. Yes, I do.
Collectible received.
Diplo statues, tempting. I wonder how big they are. Decals, 400, 3,500. Get a few things. I wouldn't mind getting. I know not everyone's a fan of Nada and Polo, but I wouldn't mind getting the decals that I don't have. This week is not so grindy. That's kind of neat. Yeah, that was really pretty quick when you think about it. All right, let's get the decals.
Collectible received. Collectible received.
There was no helmet this week. That's what they had. The robotic companion was instead of the helmet. Ah. I just realized there was no helmet. And as for statues, bronze, silver, gold, sometimes gold doesn't always look good. Sometimes it looks kind of tacky, but depends on where. Walker. I don't have any of the Walker statues yet. I did get the gold and, for some reason, bronze blob statues, which look really similar. Not silver. Gold and silver astronaut, but not bronze. I don't have any of the Geks or the Walkers or the Diplos. Honestly, I think the silver probably looks, in different rooms, different lightings, different contrasts, probably works better than the yellow gold. Let's pick up the. Here. Let me get the ones I don't have. Gek and Walker. Here's this where at 1100. All I have left. Those statues, huh? Blob. Not too bad. I mean, almost getting caught up. Almost.
Collectible received.
How much Quicksilver would we need to catch up? 8, 11, 1900, 2200. So 2,000 extra Quicksilver. When ship color customized gets enabled, your ships will all be black and silver except for your tiny little shuttle, which is going to be pink. You've already got, you did find it, right? The body? Shuttle body you wanted? That's neat. Let's see the new emote. Gesture. Right, it is a dance. Alright, that's alright. Hey, wait, you just gonna keep going? Oh, he just keeps going. Alright, that's worth something. It goes on and on and on and on. Last week's, or week 2's, that one stops, right? I don't think he keeps going. And the first week. I'm curious about some of the stuff in the notes here and what they might have fixed. Let me scroll through this page a little bit. From the bottom up. So they fixed Hexite spawning when it shouldn't spawn after the event. So if you're still getting Hexite, if you were still getting Hexite instead of Cuprite, that should be fixed. Improved interaction camera positioning on boundary failure objects, if you've seen any of those. I know they were giving them attention. The geobays, exocraft geobays, can now be built on top of other structures. Collision issue with base doorways. I wonder what that is. Collision issues on frigates. Removed some outdated items from the guide catalog. I wonder if that means I will not show as many missing things. Wonder what we're missing. Engine, a few components. Yeah, I have no remembrance also. Sure if it's that. Is that like a Nip Nip plant that we don't have? Is that Nip Nip? Is that where our Nip Nip is? Why are you keeping the Nip Nip from us? A flag, a terminal, and another exocraft? Is there another exocraft coming? That is. Two things. A race initiator. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's plenty about the game I still don't know about. Race stuff, for example. Here's something interesting. I thought the melee boosting, since you can only do it on PC, right? I thought that was considered a bug. But in the patch notes, it says, I just lost it. Fixed an issue that could cause the fixed an issue that prevented players with two-handed multi-tools from melee boosting. They fixed an issue preventing melee boosting. Players with two-handed multi-tools couldn't melee boost, apparently. But I didn't even know, I thought that was all unofficial stuff. So cool, they're down with melee boosting. Here's a good one. I hope this is accurate. They improve the animations of various alien creatures, particularly those with above average number of legs. Have you ever seen a six-legged mammal-like creature running around? Like not necessarily a reptile, but a predator mammal running around with 6 legs, and they have this really strange gallop that just didn't look right. Wonder what they've done. Visual glitches. Lots of crashes. They did fix Nada, so we can turn in milestones now. A network error in base building. Biological horrors have a new attack. Storage containers on freighters turned into rooms. The ability to untag markers. And it does look like exocrafts. The markers won't disappear when you get an exocrafts now. So they might actually be useful again for farming. Except for how their lasers really think. Fixed some audio glitches. So I'm wondering if they fixed the sound with fighter cockpits. We'll see if that ever shows back up. Deleted bases not disappearing from the teleporter list. I don't know what this ruin is, but I think it's been there for a long time. Let's go to this ancient ruin and go there. Because it's staring at me. Here's a good one. Dying after falling into space no longer removes items from your inventory, because people were unable to reclaim their items in some cases. So you no longer lose items if you die in space. And if you're on permadeath, instead of dying, it resets your character to a safe position. So you can no longer die in space on permadeath. Thereby screwing you out of your permadeath run because of some weird thing in space. Apparently that was easier than fixing the instances where people drift off into space. Okay. That sound is unfamiliar to me. Is that that engine sound, was that different? Am I crazy? Is it an atmospheric sound that was previously being replaced with the meteoric rain noise? Quick menu key binding for PC. I'm probably not going to mess with that on stream, but I might mess with it later and bind some things. I do have have enough slack on it to pull it up. I have a Logitech, one of the G13s. Geez, it's a bit dusty. I haven't used it in a while, but I could map some stuff out on that might be useful in No Man's Sky. And if you're on PS4 or Xbox One, it says they enable terrain tessellation. Oh, well, that works. Gotta be a pretty rough and tumble version of tessellation. They can't be doing anything too heavy on the PS4 or Xbox One. Camera mode, hotkeyed camera mode. Yeah, there you go. Good update. Good update again. Well, we just haven't heard the horror stories from people who spawned as, you know, maybe some players spawned in and they were Diplos. We haven't heard those stories yet. I was 40 feet tall! I couldn't access any of my base anymore. Luminous Tracts. Worth 470, 1009 years old. Original text has been greatly altered. Like many other ancient texts, huh? Okay. So, that was okay. That community event actually went pretty smoothly. Get there, get back, kill some sentinels, cash it in, get your Quicksilver, call it a day. Now, I can't say that's really that exciting. In fact, the event format, if we're being blunt, I think, was really, I mean, it's dull as all get out. What's the point? Really silly. But there's got to be something cooler we could do for community events. I don't know. It's like adding another mission board mission. Some of them send you to raid a depot. Some of them want you to kill a bounty target. Some of them want you to do this or that. The community event just adds a brief, generic template. I think the fact that they want to do events indicates potential. That they have a new store and a new currency. It's a very bare framework, though, because what they've done so far is, you know, I'm more interested in the Quicksilver and the rewards than the event. Wouldn't there be a way to have the event be interesting too? Couldn't there be something fun that led to the Quicksilver, and not just, oh, okay, I guess I'll kill 12 sentinels in a row now. Last week I'll feed 50 creatures in a row. They're just basic game mechanics. They're getting people to engage the most basic game mechanics. Just like a mission board mission. Gotta be something else we could do. Have, spawn in some special large freighters, with, backup squads. I don't know, like, do something with dogfighting in space. Make a special space station you can visit with some unique art. Make some unique NPCs to talk to. I don't know. It's just Polo on the radio saying, go do the stuff you're already doing and then turn it into me and I'll give you some coin. I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be an ass about this. I'm glad they're doing something, but it's kind of lacks substance at the moment. Yeah, so maybe not a boss battle. But how about some unique art assets, environment assets, NPC assets, dialogue assets? How about some unique content? It doesn't have to be a boss battle that requires multiple players. Give us a mini story. Give us a little bit more lore on one of the races. I mean, if you're only doing it once a week, you could come up with something, right? Look at the waypoint streaming by up top. That's great. Is that new? All right, it's kind of out of range now. Did you see it? That was funny. Where are we going? What are we doing? Where are we going? There was the large artifact crate. For some reason, the large artifact crate is still marked. Huh. Maybe the new you can untag stuff will let me untag that artifact. It's holding because of the way they changed the tag system. Maybe. We'll see when we land. Week 3, Season 1. Have they? It's gone from my journal. I don't know. There's a trick some streamers do when they go to pulse speed to prevent quality loss. Do they like change their scene to something that masks most of the image? What do they do? I really don't. I know it's bad, but I figure there's nothing I can do about it, so I don't even think about it. Open a menu. Good call. Good idea. Menu. That's good. Just open inventory. Thank you. Hey, I will probably not remember that, so you guys can poke me about it. Please do. If I'm traveling around with pulse engines, say, please open your inventory. This is hell. That's okay. You can say that. Please do, in fact. So, now that we're done with the community event, and did those other planets that got... Yeah, look at how it borked 2 more planets. That's why I didn't want to touch Yadra, where our hydro farm is. I think the community event portal has something to do with why Tillander got rediscovered. Even if it's not actually rediscovered, it got marked as discovered by another player. And now these 2 have these broken names discovered by... We can't find the right character to display boxes. There's not often much going on at that point. Sing around. Finds that one item. Do we need to sell anything? So I still have my storage containers here. So what I was gonna do was put the walker brains in. I didn't need multiple stacks of tech modules and microprocessors. I thought that was silly, and I was gonna put back a stack of walker brains. May as well keep a stack of quad servos. But I don't need the extra stacks. Here, we'll just all this to break it down. Hey, they restored the buttons here. Move this to your exosuit, you don't have to drag it. The shortcuts with Y have been put back. So they're off to the side. The display was different. I don't know if that was distinct enough. I don't know if you guys saw that. But when they changed the drag and drop system for moving things, when you would hit Y, the menu used to show you that you could, and you can see it again, it's right here, but it wasn't there before. It was somewhere in the box. It would show you that you could hit Y to just quick transfer. So your starship. That's nice to have those quick transfers again. We'll probably use those. Most of these stacks are going to end up They didn't change anything so that we can sell stuff more efficiently, did they? Because I don't even like selling things out of my inventory if I also have stacks of them in my cargo backpack, because they all pull from the same pool, and the controls to refine how many you want to sell are horrible. So let's say I want to sell these stacks of pugnium, which is not quite 1,000, but I have 500 pugnium in my backpack. It's not like the math is hard, it's the controls to the granular controls to get it from selling all your pugnium. No, I want 500 less than my total. That's a pain, and I haven't changed that yet. Swap things you want to sell to your ship. That is a good idea, but I want to show you, I want to test something and ask you about it and see if it's working here. I haven't been able to switch the inventory to my ship in a while. The button is there, but I have not been able to switch. I have a teleporter on the ship, so the distance shouldn't be a problem. And it's parked on the pad, so it really shouldn't be a problem. Let's see. Sell from your inventories, plural, exosuit inventory. Hit X to switch. Okay, it's switched. Starship. I'm not going to sell it now. I want to go back to the hydro farm and try it there. It'll be interesting to see where the ship spawns in, because they've changed two things about spawning in at a base. We should spawn in at the terminus instead of underwater, or instead of on the base computer, which glitches and then puts me underwater, the hydro farm. We should spawn in at the terminus. The ship might... Oh, well that answers my question. But the ship might still spawn underwater. Well, thank you. The ship needs to be on the landing pad. Would it work at my base if the ship were on the landing pad? Let's go test it. So, prediction, we land by the terminus, ship lands down below in the water. If it lands on the pad, that'll be cool. If it doesn't, we're gonna go get it and put it on the pad. That's cool too. If you build a terminal on your freighter, you can sell from the freighter inventory directly. I do have a terminal on the freighter. If you have a terminal on the freighter, can you switch it to the ship inventory, your current ship? Does it let you do that? Okay, so this probably won't work, but let's test it anyways. And yeah, we spawned by the terminus. No more spawning on top of the computer, glitching out, and then ending up underwater. Well, I'm going to test this anyways. From what you're saying, it's not going to work. I'm not expecting it to work. I'm going to test it anyways.
Technology recharge.
Point is, I believe you that it's not going to work. So, exosuit inventory switch. Nothing. Won't switch to the ship. Not linked to the pad. Yeah, it did. They fixed that. So, Captain, there's a very temporary, probably to be removed, bit of construction down here. I was playing around with the possibility of building some glass towers that were at least a 3x3 base. And it's floating just up a level. Probably gonna remove it, but I don't know, maybe we'll play around with it. I don't know what I was doing. But I was thinking maybe we could build some glass towers. Separate thought, but in a way kind of similar. I was thinking about these prefabs and the way they're connected, and I have some... I've grown an affection for how these ugly square prefabs look when connected by corridors and platforms. The blue glow in the middle, the way it creates this kind of big open platform as a part of a doorway. So what I was thinking, whether or not I do a little of it here or not, is I might want to build a larger megastructure type thing that uses this basic unit as this basic setup as a sort of a unit, like square prefabs connected by corridors with platforms that are easily accessible. So whether I just build 2 way up or somehow build 4 or 6 or more, some sort of a grid, I don't know. I mean, I know it's not really like it's not going to be like a block in Dread, you know. It's not going to look like anything. But Dread came up the other day, and I was just thinking, well, I want to build a really tall, sort of enclosed but not claustrophobic. I want it to be navigable, get to the different levels, even if we never put anything on the different levels. What if, anyway, I don't know when we're gonna get back to building, but those were some of the things I was thinking about. Glass tower with a huge eye on top and a volcano nearby. Colonel, you should keep it. The glass stuff down there were you referring to? Think it has potential? I measured it out. You can't really see from here, but the tree is not at risk at all. That box there could be built further out, further out. Also, because the base computer is there, we actually have all the water space under here. This is all ours too, and it's deep. So even though we've built underwater here, and I was getting a little claustrophobic. I don't know how much more I really want to build down there. I think I like what's down there. Maybe some touches and some decorating. But what we have is a lot of deep water out here, and we could build glass towers that rise from the water, or I don't know what. You need a huge stairway from up here to down there. Huh. Maybe. I like this being primarily a jetpack accessible farm. All those pads, the different landing pads at the different levels on the different sides. So yeah, we could still put a stairway that goes up there, but I was messing with it a little bit yesterday. Not a stairway, but I was starting to put more bridges. I was putting bridges at different levels when I was playing around with stuff here, and I realized I'm not sure I think I want the farm to be open-faced. I don't know. Hitting that link, Captain. Ooh, nice view of it too. Did you show us another picture of that sometime? Different angle. Wow. All right. So you've got the glass cuboid as like an elevator shaft, and then stacked and some more spaced out. How many is that? Oh, the tower. The Sentinel's scanning our dome. Get it. As long as we're down here. Oh yeah, so this floats. Nothing's on the actual ground. Yeah, I kind of like that. What does it matter if stuff's on the ground? You can build what you want without it being on the ground. So this was based off of a wall built off of that bridge. So even though you can't really see it, this does kind of line up with the grid that is the bridge and the rest of that stuff. I don't know what we were going to do with it, if we do anything with it, but you can sure make some tall glass towers. The sun sets over that way on this world. From down here, you can't really see the hydro farm, but as soon as you get up a level, you can. So if we built a really big tower, maybe it should have a tower and a balcony. There should be some sort of outdoor platform, and you can put the decorations outside. It's not like they have to be in a building. So I'm thinking we make some sort of a patio, balcony, tables and chairs, something that has a view of the hydro farm from up high. And if we build the glass tower, yeah, balcony with the bar, we build it up to about here or wherever. That'd be pretty sweet. So whenever we come back, we can work on that. But I want to do a little bit of practical base making today. I want to put down some prefabs and some gas harvesters on a couple different worlds. I think I want to take a break before we do that. But, what would you recommend? So back to the gas harvester question. Do you get 250 when you put down a gas harvester? What do you collect from it? Is it 250? Is it 500? And what would you recommend for a gas farm for, say, nitrogen or radon? Or no, not the radon, sulfurine. We really want nitrogen and sulfurine are the two main gases we need for crafting nitrogen, salt, and what is it, organic catalyst? Goes into a lot of the high-end craftables. Oh, rocket boots! We were gonna make rocket boots. Okay. I guess we could just put it in any slot here. Not really using the air circulator, but... Or the star seed. Been really specific, but... Rocket boots. Rocket boots. Rocket boots. We need a salt refractor and some tritium. They change what it's made with? Salt refractor. Have I ever made one of those? We would need chlorine. Okay. Well, I will make one. Soon-ish. Did I actually sell the pugnium I put on the ship?
What
No.
do we have
Okay.
here? You
Zero
must be a
Nimbus.
new arrival.
Welcome aboard. Thank you for the follow. And I don't know why I'm looking. I'm sorry if I look confused here. You joined us the other day. Let me make some living glass while we're here. While I'm thinking about it. This stuff grows pretty fast. Let me grab the gamma root and the cuprite. And some frost crystals and make some living glass. So let's see, 250 per harvester. Yeah, and you're limited to, 3 per planet. That's kind of lame. You can have 3 gas harvesters and 3 oxygen cylinders. But the oxygen, yeah, I don't know. I don't imagine you would need much of the oxygen. Perigi, you pretty much gave up on crafting things for money. Yeah, well, how much money do you need? You really craft it for money for fun. You don't really need the money. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the money I have or the money I'm gonna make from the things. Yeah, it's just for you frigate missions. Just bring back so much crap. Huh. I kind of like the routine of it. It's not excessive. I'm not trying to build a farm job. I don't know how to say this, but yeah, I'm not trying to make a job out of it. I just enjoy the little bit of it that I've already got going on. I put a few extra gamma root plants up here so that the numbers would add up, so that I could make an even number of lubricant.
Constructed.
I'd only used 200 cuprite. Back. Yeah, gotta have enough loot. Wall of text, huh? Okay. So, we need... Let me see. We have 4 lubricant, 4 living glass means 5 stacks of 5 glass, or 4 stacks of 5 glass, which means 5 plants for each of those stacks, so 20 plants. All right. Five more plants. Fuel them, come back an hour later, there'd be no gases. That's still happening? Oh. Fuel a gas harvester, then go away and build a base or upload an existing base. You think that was causing it. Class. That on the stack. There's no need to turn that at present into anything else because like I got the cryo pumps and the cryo chambers, a full stack, portable reactors. It's really time I craft some items and sell them. So that's why I made quantum processors this morning. Didn't I? Thought I did. Yeah, I just haven't finished combining things. So I made a stack of quantum processors. It's time to make not this minute, but obviously ready to make a stack of something and go sell it. Did have issues, Pergy, with miners mining copper instead of what they were supposed to. I had that too, yeah. The very first autonomous mining unit, I put it on a salt spot, I was testing it, and it mined salt. But then later it started mining copper, but it was always salt underneath it. It just, switched to copper as you described. Made sense. So we're gonna break in a minute, and then when we come back, I want to go drop a base or two. Hey, Claire. See you. Need some oats. You're doing well. Dismantling and rebuilding can fix it until it happens again. So I don't want to go overboard. Let's start with after the break. Let's go put down. Said it's per planet. It's not per base. It's per planet. So you can't even just put another base in another spot on the same planet. You really have to go to another planet to get another 3 harvesters down. I don't know. You only fill them with fuel when you know you're going to use them per planet. So maybe we go and we put down a base and 3 harvesters, and maybe another base and 3 harvesters of the same type on a different planet. Then we go to 2 more planets. So we got 2 sulfurine and we got 2 nitrogen. Total of 4 planets. 4 bases, 4 planets. 3, 3, 3, and 3. And then we portal around and fuel them all. We wait to fuel them until they're all in place. Something like that. Yeah, teleporter. Very important. And then we portal around and fuel them all. Something like that. And we'll just see what happens. You just need 3 planets. I think you missed what I was saying. If you're thinking 3 planets because nitrogen, sulfurine, and radon, that's not what I was doing. I was thinking 4 planets because 2 sulfurine, 2 nitrogen, and 0 radon. What do you need the radon for anyways? No, I wanted to do 2 planets per gas, so that would be 6 planets if we were including radon. I also, why did things have to resort? I was going to sell the salvage tech next, but now I have to find it in the list because it moved. That's funny. Yeah, that's fine. Just figuring out inventory. There it is. Salvage tech. Why I'm keeping the effigies and the relics. I guess I was thinking of doing some portal finding in the not too distant future, but I don't know. Pergy, I am not getting stuff from freighter missions the way you are. So while I get nitrogen salt and thermic and all that stuff from mission board missions, if I want more accessible to me, I need the gases. Craft it. I presume when you say you don't know what you're doing with all the gas, that's because you don't need to craft it, because you're getting plenty from your freighter missions. I got that. I think I got that. But I don't have that. We could start recruiting more frigates. We could start sending them out on more missions. But as of now, it's just not a thing. Not a thing for me. My fleet's about 10 ships big. I don't even know which ones they are or what their specialties are. And the last thing they brought back... Oh, you're talking about Captain Frantic. That makes more sense. The last thing my frigates brought back from an expedition was Bubkiss. Like 500,000 units and a stack of vortex cubes. So I'll have to get a better fleet and take better missions before I'm going to get any good rewards that start to be a substitute for crafting. There you go. Alright. Back in a few. We're gonna go... It just doesn't help you plant Nip Nip. Nothing does yet. We're saving those underwater biodomes for Nip Nip. We're gonna go about 3 more hours. And so I don't know if we'll have a second break, but this might be the only break. Give me 10 minutes, I'll be back, and I'll see you all in a few.